8877.
Empowerment with Dr. Josefina Monasterio.
Welcome back to Empowerment with Dr. Josefina, and I'm Laura Guttridge. Now we'd like to take a few moments to thank some of our sponsors. We'd like to thank
Susan.
We can't forget Valerie too, and Sarah, of course, for doing our hairstyles today for the show. Thank you, ladies. They are located on the corner of Indian River Drive and 17th Street in the Edwards Building. Stop by and see them. I think the construction's almost over there.
Yes, they were still on it, but
the roof or something.
yeah.
But it's all okay now. Then also, of course, Jasmine's Boutique for providing Dr. Josefina with some of the lovely outfits and jewelry you will see her wearing on the show. And
Yes.
they are located on Ocean Drive across from the Palm Court.
Excellent.
Okay, well, are you all ready, Josefina, for the big
Yes.
event next week?
Yes.
You better be. It's almost here.
Oh, yes.
So today, I had prepared a couple questions that I thought that I could ask you. Well, I know, but before we get into the questions, the affirmation, the older I get, the younger I feel. Well, it's easy to say, but, you know, when you're in your condition. But for the average person, I mean, sometimes we do feel our age. How do we overcome that?
Okay, well, it's different stages. Number one, it has to do with attitude. Okay, being old or feeling old is more about an attitude than really how old your body are. So most people can be 20 or 30 and they still feel like 80 or behave like 90.
That's
so
true.
you know, so that thing, that part of it.
Right.
The second part of it that you need, and that's for the young people, you need to take care of your body now. And if you haven't started taking care of your body, you can start, you know, like I just said, now. But that's another area, because if you wait until you abuse your body and abuse your body and abuse your body and abuse your body, what's going to happen? Your body is going to, boom, collapse.
Right.
You know, but if you take responsibility for your health and your body, and you have a positive attitude and the belief system, not buying into the old way of thinking that because you age or you turn 40 or 50 or 60 or 70, your life is over. It's completely the opposite. In adult development or development, any way you want to say it, it says this. When you turn 50, you enter in your second adulthood. So for me, I am in my second adulthood. So I remember when I started doing my show years ago, I will get email that says, why don't you dress your age? Hey, people who send me that email, let me ask you this. Let me tell you this. I don't know if you're still alive, I have to tell you, I'm dressing my age because I feel young.
Absolutely.
You know, so people think that, you know, you reach certain age that you have to have these baggy things and you have to put on weight. You don't have to get fat because you get older. If you study and you listen to my show and you call me and you ask for my advice, I tell you how to stay beautiful, younger, feeling dynamite, and your affirmation will feel, I feel happy, I feel healthy, I feel terrific. Got it?
I feel young. Yes. I got it.
But isn't that answer your question?
It does.
It's
it does.
many things.
And maybe, you know, we should somehow forget about our age and then just, you know, base it on how we feel.
It's a number. But the society, the culture says, when you turn 60, then you go to blank, blank, blank restaurant and enjoy the senior discount. I'm not going to go for $3 discount because I'm a senior. Then you get into the mindset. It's a mindset. I'm a senior, so I have to be old.
I was at the store the other day waiting in line, and I noticed Mondays was like 10% off at this particular store, and I was thinking, if you're a senior citizen, I was thinking, that's not something to aspire to.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I buy my clothes besides Jasmine? At the junior area of the department store.
I do too.
I go to the junior because the old ladies thing doesn't fit me. They're too big.
I go to the junior section too. But let me ask you, I have a couple questions that I've been meaning to ask you.
I'm so excited.
I know.
Can you tell?
She's very excited about her bodybuilding competition. And
talking about age, The fun part of this thing, the whole process of competing, is when the other day I went to measure my body fat. So the lady asked me, "How tall are you?" 5'3". "How much you weight?" 115 pounds. "How old are you?" 59. And she go, "Shoot!" But she didn't say shoot. She says, you know, that's the other word. And she said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I said, "Don't worry about it. I get that reaction all the time."
She loves that.
That's the fun part of the whole thing, because people don't believe that at my age you should be competing. Well, here I am. I'm proving them wrong.
Yes, you are.
And I love it.
Absolutely proving them wrong. But I wanted to ask you about your workout routine, because I know you've worked out practically your whole life, probably.
Yes,
and,
you're right.
And you just decided within the last few months to start this bodybuilding competition. So in what ways do the two different workouts differ?
Well, being an athlete all my life helps 90%. Okay, the only difference was or is that before I did the weight, but not with the discipline and consistency and daily as I'm doing it now.
Okay, so you think in that aspect that has changed you for the future workouts?
Definitely. I'm more, yes, because I know the benefits. One of the things I learned, Laura, is this. Most people want to lose weight, but what I learned is that if I like doing my cardio early in the morning, my running. So what happens is when you do your lifting the weights, you know, you don't have to compete, but you go to the gym and you lift your weights. So when your body is using the glucose or glycogen that is in your muscles, so that kind of that's what they call the opposite of anaerobic is anaerobic exercises. So when you do the bodybuilding or the pushing the weight, you're doing the anaerobic.
Okay.
When you're running, and that's when the muscle doing the bodybuilding or the weight uses the glucose. Now, when you run after you train, the weight training.
Oh, so it's not like you warm up first. It's
right.
The opposite.
It's the opposite. Then the body goes after the fat.
Oh, is that right?
So if you want to burn fat, you lift the weight first.
Really?
Yeah, isn't this fabulous? Because that's the challenge for me, is to change my routine of running in the morning, because that running in the morning for me is more spiritual than physical.
Right.
I just love to be out there.
Get into that zone.
Oh, yes.
But I've always thought that the cardio would go first, warm your body up, and then your muscles are limber. So, see, I've always gone the other way.
Me too, and it has been the thing, like I just said, just to change that. But it's because of that, because when you do the weight training, you're using glycogen. When you do the aerobic afterwards, the glycogen is all gone, so the body doesn't have any other choice than to go after the fat.
Okay.
So that's how you lose the weight.
Well, that's a good little...
Isn't it?
A little bit of information there.
That's why I love it, because I'm learning new things, you know, how the body works. Because I was in the same belief system. Okay, first my cardio, then my weight.
Right.
No.
Well, I know you're having a lot of fun with it, and it's obviously, working. But was there any point where you thought, why am I doing this? This is a lot of work, and, I already look great anyways. Why bother? Did you ever feel like giving up?
Yes, twice.
Really?
And I learned, and this is happening to you too. Because when you start doing a program, let's say a losing weight program or exercise program, you don't see the results like you do. You're really behaving. You're doing the exercises, and you're following the how much food you need to eat for that day. But you don't see the results. And then I will go to Steve and say, you know what, I'm not going where I want to go. I'm still not losing any weight. And he said, just stay with, are you being faithful? Are you cheating? The question to me was, are you cheating? And I will say, no, because I wasn't. You have to be honest with yourself. So if you don't listen, then what happened? You quit. And you done it before, you quit. But if you stay with it, Laura, if you stay with it, one day you drop 4 pounds like that.
Really, all of a sudden it just happened?
Just happened to me. I went from 116 to 114, like in 3 days, 2 pounds. Okay, so but the key, the clue is not to give up if you're following the program.
Right, right.
Now, if you're cheating, that's another story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously, I guess you would encourage other people to do this. What would you say to them? Would you ask them certain questions to make sure they're prepared to do something like? Because it is a big commitment.
Yes, it is.
You can't just jump in it and expect it to happen.
Yeah.
You have to be committed.
Yeah, but you don't have to do. I'm doing it for competition because I can.
Right. You do need the time. Yes.
I'm at the time of my life that I can do it. But you don't have to do it for that reason. You can do it for your fitness and for your health.
Right.
And absolutely, 180%, I recommend to you to do it. To get up, really move that body, really take that responsibility, and you feel great, you feel younger, you have positive outlook about life, you feel blessed, you feel like everything is beautiful. You deal with the stress and problem easily because you don't, you have an outlet in which when you exercise, you have some clarity, and you don't take everything so seriously. The benefits are endless.
And I'm sure, just having a stronger body gives you a stronger mind too. Because I think, like in past lessons, we always talk about how they're both connected. So if you have a strong body, and I think that you could be more successful in life.
Absolutely. And the other day, about the mental part of it, which is it translates into that portion of you feel mentally tougher. You feel incredible. But the physical part of it was the other day. Before I started doing that I could not lift a bottle of water that it has 24.
Really?
And the other day I went like, oh, I can lift it.
You don't need Danny for that anymore.
Nope, no. But it's just incredible, and the power that you feel, it's incredible. Anyway.
Well, let me think. We talked about the fun part of it.
Yes.
It's all been fun, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. It has been a wonderful, wonderful experience.
Yeah, a few times I've called her on the phone, and she said, I gotta go. I'm practicing my poses.
Yes, well, and that's another area in which you have to learn. That's another challenge because you're using the mind to make the mind to contract the muscle. Like for instance, the hamstring. That's hard.
Right.
But well,
doing fabulous.
I'm doing fabulous. The next show, I show you my trophy. Well, my darling, we always have to say goodbye.
I know.
Thank you, Laura, and thank you for watching. And see you next week. Mwah!
Thanks for watching Empowerment with Dr. Josefina Monasterio.
You're watching WWCI